The Lias-class supply ship represents one of the unsung pillars of Centauri Republic naval power. While the sleek Primus battlecruisers and nimble Vorshan warships drew the attention of enemies and historians alike, it was vessels like the Lias that kept those warships fueled, armed, and operational across the vast stretches of space the Republic claimed as its own. Stretching roughly 600 meters in length, the Lias is a broad, utilitarian design by Centauri standards, its hull lacking the elegant curves favored in Republic warship aesthetics, but more than compensating with an enormous internal cargo volume. Twin rows of modular cargo bays run the length of the ship's midsection, capable of being reconfigured to carry munitions, fuel cells, spare fighter components, or bulk provisions, depending on the needs of the fleet it serves. The Lias class was developed during the height of the Centauri Republic's imperial expansion, a period when the Republic's fleets were pushing deeper into contested space, and the logistical strain of sustaining forward-deployed battle groups was becoming increasingly apparent. Republic naval planners recognized that even the most powerful warship becomes a liability without a reliable supply chain, and the Lias was their answer to that problem. The class entered service in the early 23rd century and was designed from the outset for longevity and adaptability, with Centauri engineers favoring robust, well-understood systems over cutting-edge innovation, a philosophy consistent with the Republic's broader approach to military technology during that era. Defensively, the Lias is not without teeth, though it was never intended to stand in a line of battle. A modest complement of light pulse cannons provides point defense against fighters and raiders, and the ship's thick outer hull plating offers reasonable protection against opportunistic attacks. In practice, Lias-class vessels operate well behind the front lines, relying on escort warships for protection, while they anchor the logistical networks that sustain extended campaigns. Their jump engines allow independent hyperspace transit, giving fleet commanders flexibility in routing supply convoys without tying up combat vessels as escorts for every run. During the Non-Centauri War of the 2250s, Lias-class ships played a critical but largely invisible role in sustaining the Republic's rapid and overwhelming offensive. The speed with which Centauri forces were able to press their advantage owed much to pre-positioned supply vessels that kept battle groups in the field without the lengthy resupply pauses that had hampered earlier Centauri campaigns. Several Lias-class ships were lost to Narn ambushes during this period, as Narn commanders correctly identified Republic supply lines as a strategic vulnerability. The losses prompted the Republic Navy to revise convoy escort doctrine and, in some cases, to refit surviving Lias vessels with reinforced hull sections along their most exposed cargo bay segments. In the years following the war, as the Republic's fortunes declined and the shadow of internal political conflict darkened Centauri Prime, the Lias class continued to serve in diminishing numbers. Some vessels were transferred to civilian operators or leased to trading houses with ties to the nobility, quietly sustaining commerce along routes that had once been military lifelines. A handful remained in active naval service through the turbulent years of the early 2260s, their battered hulls a testament to the original design's durability. Though the Lias never inspired the fear or admiration that greeted a Primus emerging from a jump point, those who understood the mechanics of interstellar warfare knew that without ships like it, the Republic's celebrated fleet would have been little more than an impressive collection of stranded metal. There is only one version of this class, Lias supply ship, primary version, 2053 to present, armed with 4 twin arrays, the backbone of the Centauri supply system. These ships are always escorted no matter where they travel. It wasn't uncommon to see whole convoys traveling through the space lanes on missions to support Navy operations. Even today, many still make regular runs to the Narn homeworld as part of Emperor Kotto's diplomatic and reparations agenda.